What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And today I wanted to talk about North Korea because they just did something else that I find pretty hysterical. Basically, now they've gone out of their way to ban leather jackets because too many people were wearing them, like Kim Jong Un. Let's go.
Nice racking her ass Brazilian, just turned 21, but my bank's a million.
Alright, now, ladies and gentlemen, I think we all know that North Korea is basically the place of no fun. I talked about the story earlier this month of them literally putting somebody to death over Squid Game. Like, that's the level of no fun that this place likes to have, but now they're just banning completely innocuous stuff that shouldn't even be considered fun or offensive, including leather jackets. North Korea's Kim Jong Un reportedly banned leather jackets after people copied his look. The reason this annoys me so much is pretty simple, bro. Kim, listen, hear me out, dog. You convinced all these people that you're a god that scores 80 goals in the World Cup, you work so hard you don't have to poop, you can communicate with dolphins, whatever else you've told them about you. They literally think you're a god. Obviously, whatever you wear is going to have a huge impact on their fashion because they all look up to you, like, immensely. I just don't know how you can be surprised when you convince an entire population that you are literally the definition of cool and then they want to do everything that you do. Like, of course, because they think you're the coolest thing ever. If anything, it should be a compliment that leather jackets have gotten so popular in your country because you wore it one time that, like, literally everybody has one. If anything, this is how the North Korean economy gets rolling. They just have a fashion industry where Kim Jong Un wears something and then they force everyone to buy it. There you go, you get your sales through the roof. Jokes aside, it just goes to show, like, how mad Kim Jong Un is. What? Did somebody have my jacket? No, nuh-uh. I want a national ban on that now. If anyone else has my jacket, I can't stand for this. You expect me to get photographed by the North Korean paparazzi in the same jacket as someone else? I don't think so. I'm one of a kind, baby. I won the World Cup with 80 goals. Kim, you didn't actually do that. Shut up. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, we're in North Korea. As long as I'm in here, I did. Most countries ban things like single-use plastics, but North Korea seemingly has other priorities like banning leather trench coats. In an effort to make sure Kim Jong Un's fashion style isn't copied, North Korea is allegedly banning people from wearing leather trench coats, reports Radio Free Asia. I just love that this is their priority, bro. Like, they have rolling blackouts in North Korea because of lack of energy. They have starvation rates going through the roof. And all of that stuff matters, sure, but it's not as important as people copying your drip. You gotta have the priorities out here. Do you know what I mean? I just love this too because I know, like, most people in North Korea aren't rolling in the dough. It says later in the article, I think, but I read something somewhere about how, like, the average wage in North Korea is near, like, $1.60 a day. So if you buy a jacket for $20, that's a substantial investment. You know what I mean? The government coming along and just telling you can't wear a jacket that's like half a month of work is a pretty big deal. Especially because it gets cold there, bro. What if you just so happen to only own a leather trench coat? Like, that just happens to be the coat you wear to keep warm. And now it's like the middle of winter and you're just kind of stuck in this situation where you have no choice but to not wear it or the police will come harass you and give you a ticket. Out of everything I could be given a ticket for, dude, I feel like wearing a specific type of jacket would be the absolutely most annoying. Could you imagine if this is how it worked anywhere else? Like, tomorrow the president of Germany wears some Jordans and they just ban them for the entire country. They start breaking into, like, every sneakerhead's house and just confiscating them. That's basically the equivalent here. Kim Jong Un is so upset people copied the drip that he just banned the drip altogether. He's like, fine, if y'all aren't gonna let this be my thing, it's gonna be nobody's thing, and that's just the way it's gonna roll. And it's so, like, vague, like a leather trench coat. It's not like they said a brown leather trench coat with, like, sheepskin on the top. Just all leather trench coats, If you're influenced by the Matrix and you live in North Korea, too bad, it's over for you. To be fair, if you have seen the Matrix and live in North Korea, you're living on the edge. They literally did sentence somebody to death for, like, selling Squid Game, so if you've seen the Matrix, you do like to live pretty dangerously, I'll give you that. Police are reportedly now patrolling the streets and seizing any pleather or leather trench coats sold by vendors or worn by young men. The crackdown was instigated after North Korean citizens began copying their infamous leader's style after he made a few publicly appearances in leather trench coats, according to a report. Like I said though, dude, you can't be surprised that people want to copy you when you convince them that you literally are a god on earth. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a celebrity that's concocted this image of, being Ariana Grande, right? Like, there's a lot of work that goes into that image. She works hard to preserve that. And imagine if she was just pissed that people bought her perfume, right? Like, she was just like, oh my God, I release all these songs, I do all these things to convince people that I'm cool, and now they think they cool and they buy stuff that I wear. What the heck? Like, how did this happen? And you'd kind of sit there and be like, well, yeah, I thought that was kind of the entire point here, right? Like, you wanted to convince people that you're dope. Of course they're gonna copy you. Like, of course, Ariana Grande gets people to sell out her makeup and perfume in like 12 seconds flat. They think you are a god. They don't even just think you make banging music. Look at how nuts people will be for a concert, and you think they're not gonna copy you, the dude that they think is single-handedly like destroying the quote-unquote Americans? The American devils, that's what they like to call us, quote-unquote American devil, baby. Seriously though, man, you can't be surprised when people want to copy you when you're putting out that energy. Like, when I was a little kid, dude, I thought C. Nanners was the dopest. I just wanted to have the same microphone as him just to say I had the same microphone as C. Nanners. If when I was a kid, people also told me that the president could fly like Iron Man and like shoot rockets out of his wrist, I would have thought he was dope and wanted to be like him too. An unnamed source told the news outlet that clothing sellers began to sell the trench coats made of synthetic leather after coats began to be recognized as a symbol of power. The police cited an impure trend to challenge authority of the highest dignity as the reason for seizing garments. According to the report, the highest dignity here means the leader of North Korea. They instructed the public not to wear leather coats because it's a part of the party's directive to decide who can wear them. I love that North Korea is just basically like a countrywide grown-up version of some kids in elementary school that are like, no, me and my friends wear light-up Skechers, and you can't wear light-up Skechers if you're not in my friend group. But it's just like on a giant scale to the point where they will confiscate stuff that you bought because you're not a part of the squad that's supposed to have leather jackets on. Like, they are really trying to make it a national mandate that if you see someone with a leather jacket in public, you know that they mean business. Hey, that dude's definitely shook hands with Kim Jong Un on. You can tell by his long leather trench coat, okay? Maybe he just watched a lot of Happy Days. I know that they say Kim Jong Un likes American media like the NBA. Maybe he watched the Happy Day. He thought Fonz was really cool, and he's like, I want a leather jacket. I don't want to do the exact same thing. I want to do the leather trench coat thing. Make it an iconic moment. Seriously though, I just love that their country has all these like really serious problems going on right now, and they're just spending their time confiscating leather jackets. You really do have to love it, bro. I just wish I could like be a fly on the wall and just listen to their conversations for a day. Just like, what do you want to do, oh great leader? Are the trench coats gone? No, then nothing. I'm not leaving my room until no one is copying me. North Korea is famously locked down against the outside world, and Kim's government controls the media, so it can be difficult to get accurate sources and news from inside the country. Most photos and announcements come out through the state-run Korea Central News Agency. And that's what's the wildest part of this, is like, this is what they want to get out, right? Like, if we're hearing about the trench coat ban, that also means that someone in this government was like, nah, that'll show them. Like, they'll definitely respect us way more if they know that we're banning trench coats. And I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand. Mr. Kim Jong Un, I'm not trying to have an interview moment here, but I'm pulling a Skylark. I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. Why? Why do you have fake grocery stores with oranges? Seriously though, all jokes aside, this country is just weird. It's an interesting news machine, so regardless, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to press the like button, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought, and of course subscribe if you're new and turn on notifications. If you really enjoyed the video, you can check out the intro song linked down below, along with a link to my podcast, The Scuffed Cast, and of course, you can use code Scrubae at the G Fuel checkout. You get a discount on G Fuel. It helps me out. It's very much appreciated. And last but certainly not least, I got two things to plug. First things first, the Storytime Spotify you can find in the description. I posted some of my story times there so you can listen to them offline without gameplay, whatever you prefer. And last but not least, we got the Karen Christmas sweater, the coolest merch to ever exist. That's what the kids are calling it. I'm just saying what you guys are saying. That being said, it can be yours. It's the top link in the description. Be sure to go check it out. And yeah, on that note, don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. If you heard the dog bark, pretend you didn't. And hopefully you don't get anyone pregnant if you do make sure they're hot. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.